All right, family, here we go. How y'all doing today? Everything all right? Well, man, we got some serious things to talk about, man. You know, these stars that y'all love so much. Don't y'all realize that they working with Satan to destroy the black family? They go up under ritual and some of the most demonic things are done. And we look up to these people. These are our role models. I think we have to start recanting and regurgitating what we've been fed. We have to throw it up and give it back. You know what I mean? Our mentors, we have to look further. We need to look towards, um, how should I say this? Morally fit attorneys, morally fit doctors, because we got to change our whole narrative. And we have to get morally fit doctors to get us healthy, a sound mind and body. And we need morally fit attorneys to get these unjust laws off of the backs of our people, so we won't be oppressed, so we won't be put in these situations where we have to lash out or want to be like these people that I'm going to bring to you. It's time to let the music industry and these actors go. We have to start all over. And our children are our future, not these actors and musicians. It's our children, and that's who we need to save. So I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna share something with you that's very disturbing. And you know, I was saying the same thing. Oh, they're just going at them, but nah. Some of the allegations sound fishy, but some aren't. So here we go. How should I start? I'm gonna start right here. Yeah, I'm gonna start right here. Share this. Gonna go to this one first. T.I and Tiny denies allegations of defamation case. T.I and Tiny denies abuse allegations as defamation cases filed against them in L.A. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna read a little bit of this, family. This is from March 1st, 2021. A lawyer for a number of women who alleged rapper T.I and Tiny drugged and sexually abused them is calling for investigations of the Atlanta couple in Georgia and in California. Attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn said in a release Sunday that he had been contacted by more than 30 women, survivors, and witnesses who had alleged of forced drugging, kidnapping, rape, intimidation against the couple, whose real names are Clifford Harris and Tamika Harris. The allegations span more than 15 years, according to Blackburn. On behalf of Sabrina Predison, Blackburn filed a defamation case Monday in LA County Superior Court against T.I and hairstylist Shakia Anderson, one of Tiny's best friends. Okay, family, we can say that these people, are just, you know, saying things, but I'm finna bring you the information for real. What the attorney sent to the district attorney's office, the district attorney in California. Okay, they mentioned the defamation case right here. And here it is once again. T.I sued for defamation amid sexual assault allegations. Sabrina Peterson says she was defamed by the rapper actor and his wife, escaped singer Tiny, after she said on social media that he had pulled a gun on her. So this is what they saying about this man, man. They say Tiny and T.I, they some demons out here, you know. And I see what's her name, Candy, taking up for her, because they all in it together. It's gonna come out in the wash though. But I'm gonna bring to you what the attorney wrote to the DA. It gets funky around here, man. I'm telling you. Uh-oh, here's the letter. Here we go. I'm not gonna say some of the words, but I want y'all to. This is from Tyrone A. Blackburn Law Firm, Honorable Xavier Becerra, 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 or something like that. Office of Attorney General, State of California. Okay, this to the Attorney General. Dear Mr. Attorney General, My firm represents 11 individuals, 10 women and one man, who have all been victims of Clifford Harris, T.I., and his wife, Tamika Harris, Tiny, collectively, TNT. In all, within the past 2 years, we have been contacted via phone by over 30 women with allegations that TNT, accompanied and aided by several individuals in their employ, have kidnapped them, drugged them, raped them, terrorized them with threats of death and physical bodily harm. The various events of interest span 15 years and have occurred in California, especially in the city of Los Angeles, in the state of Georgia, and Florida. One of 11 individuals retained by my office, one of them was a resident of the state of California at the time of her drugging and rape. These women are unaware of each other, and without any leading on my part, they recount eerily similar events of sexual abuse, forced ingestion of illegal narcotics, kidnapping, terroristic threatening, and false imprisonment. Oh man, don't sound too good for old T.I and Tiny, man. Ooh wee. Oh man, it don't sound too good for old T.I and Tiny, man. Okay, this is one of the women right here, Tay. And this is one of, I'm gonna just read two of them because some of them just don't sound, right to me. You know what I'm saying about third party people, but I'm gonna read about Tay and about a high school student. Man, these people sick, man. They are with this demonic, I can't say the word, demonic, satanic, man. I'm going to skip some of the words in this because I don't want to get my video taken down. In 2005, she was in the U.S. Air Force and stationed near LA. She was 22, 23 years old at the time. She and Nyla, also in the Air Force, went to a club at comedian Lil Duval's invitation. Tiny and T.I was sitting in the VIP section. Tiny pointed to them and invited them in. Tiny was doing all of the talking, and T.I was sitting off to the side. Tiny sat next to Tay and offered her to sip a sip of Patron, which Tiny was in the process of drinking. She sipped the drink and passed it to Nyla to try it. T.I then announced that they were leaving to go to another location. Tay and two other girls rode with him. T.I accomplice took Naya with them. Okay, we're gonna go on through this. They went back to his hotel room, where one of the other girls attempted to slip T.I her phone number. Tiny saw and became upset. T.I asked her to leave. And since she was the driver, hold up. Oh, okay. I had lost my place. Okay, we got to get it back where I was, man. And since she was the driver, the third girl, she left with her. Tiny then suggested that Tay, T.I, and herself freshen up before the other guests arrived. They went to the shower where Tiny washed T.I and Tay. When Tay left the restroom, she felt lightheaded and dizzy. This was an uncommon occurrence for her since she only had one drink on her own, plus the drink Tiny gave her. She sat on the bed and Tiny laid behind her in a crab position and began rubbing her butt buttocks on Tay's back, giving her a back butt massage. At that point, Tay started feeling sick and began throwing up. T.I came over and attempted to put his foot in her vagina. His foot in her vagina. This is sick, man. I shouldn't say that. She told him no. And next thing she remembers, she was waking up naked on the couch with a towel thrown over her. with a very sore private part. T.I security banged on the door and told her she had to leave and arranged for her to be dropped off at the gas station in LA. This was one event, man. They drugged the girl, and I don't know what happened after that, but this one is disturbing. This is the teenager. In 2006, they got her Jane Doe number one because she didn't want her name put out there. In 2006, she was a 17-year-old senior at Tri-City High School. She began entering the interning for TNT at their Atlanta studios. On the tour bus on the way back to Georgia, Tiny offered Jane Doe number one and another high school intern a drink. This was the first time she ever drank. She began feeling sick, and Tiny told her she could not drink on an empty stomach. She then handed her two pills and told her to swallow them. It would make her feel better. She thought that the pills were Tylenol, but she started feeling hot and sweaty within minutes of swallowing them. She began hallucinating and felt like she was floating. Tiny and everyone on the bus started laughing at her, and Tiny told her to come to the back of the bus where the bedroom was located. She told her to undress so she could cool off. She took her top off and began throwing up. At that point, T.I came to the back and sat next to her. He complimented her on her completion and told her she was very pretty. Tiny then told her to keep drinking because that was the only way that she would sober up. She passed out and woke up the following morning naked on the bed with her high school with other high school interns and another young girl. She was bleeding from her private parts. She felt that she was on her menstrual, but then realized that her private parts were taken, that her virginity was taken. She felt like she was on her menstrual, but then realized that her virginity was taken. She also felt discomfort in her rectal parts. She put on her clothes and went to the front of the bus where Tiny said, "Oh, you are feeling okay, Pooh? You're feeling okay?" She was like, "Girl, I am jealous because my man wants you." When they arrived to Atlanta, Clay, an employee of TNT, asked her how she was getting home. She said her mom and Clay told her no and offered to drop her off. Tiny called him on his phone and told him to make sure that he stops off at a pharmacy to get Jane Doe number one and a morning after pill. He then makes her swallow the pill and warned her that she needs to learn to keep her mouth shut if she wants to make it in the music business. He told her that if she did not, that bad things could happen to her and her family. That night, Sunday, she slept and defecated on herself because she had lost control of her bowels. She went to school and where she defecated on herself again. Her aunt came and took her to the hospital where she learned that she was defecating on herself due to trauma caused by rectal cavity due to intense rectal penetration. So this man that drugged this young girl that had never had sex before, I'm not gonna even go into this stuff so egregious and sickening, man. It's it's sad, man. It's really sad. I'm not gonna even keep reading this, man. It's this is what they doing to our young children and our young girls, man. And these are the people that we look up to and spend our money with for their music. This coward, T.I Tip Harris, he's a coward to take a young black woman, a young lady like that and disrespect her, to defame her body, to just take advantage of her like that, to drug her and rape her. This is sick. This is sick. And there are records of this. There's hospital records of this. You didn't just rape the young lady and take her virginity. You sodomized her. And I'm pretty sure that you passed on a sexually transmitted disease because we see it in your mouth every day. You sick. Man, I don't even know what to call you. I don't know what to call you because you're sick. I have daughters. And I'm looking towards the ancestors because I can't imagine what I do. I don't care who you would send to kick in the door. I'd be waiting on you. No, I'd be kicking in your door. We can't let these demons get away with this. A young queen, black lady that he done, that could be your daughter, my daughter. You see what I'm saying? And then blatantly intimidate them. Well, what we're going to do is we have to take our communities back and get these thugs, these idiots away from our children. I refuse. I truly refuse. And I used to listen to this man music growing up, but I refuse to let something like that happen to a family member of mine. It ain't that much threatening in the world. That was a young girl with all the potential in the world, and you ruined her. A child, you ruined her. You drugged her, you raped her, you sodomized her. This is what these people do. See, the media, they keeping it hush hush. I'm gonna bring y'all the truth because we gotta stop supporting these clowns. Literally, stop supporting these clowns. Stop watching their shows. Stop dealing with them altogether. And he out here dressing up, playing revolutionary, acting like he for the people. Boy, I wish Candace Owens had a whiff of this for him when they were on that stage and he tried to come at her for telling the truth. Even though she is who she is, she tells the truth sometimes. And then I don't think he has any respect for women. But Tiny didn't have any respect for herself. These are the people that we have to dismiss from our community, from our culture. We need to give them to who they follow, Satan, because God's people and our ancestors will not tolerate it. It's sick, family. We got to find a better way. But I want y'all to, I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes to look at this document again. This is the type of people we dealing with. This is it right here. I'm gonna go down here to Jane Doe number 2 right here. I'm gonna read the end of it. It says, that night, Sunday, she slept and defecated on herself because she had lost all control of her bowels. She went to school where she defecated on herself again. Her aunt came and took her to the hospital where she learned that she was defecating on herself due to the trauma caused by her rectal cavity due to the intense penetration, the rape after he had drugged this young lady. I'm gonna go back up here. She felt that she was on her menstrual, but then realized that her virginity had been taken. She also felt discomfort in her rectum. See how sick this fool is? I need to find her uncle and her fathers and her brothers and her cousins, and we need to go find T.I. and let her aunties and her sisters and her family members and her cousins find Tiny. These are sick people, and they need to be out of our community and our culture. This is sad, people. Sad, family. Sad, man. Sad. They say Ashley say forced to take ecstasy, Molly pills, painkillers, and other drugs. Man. Say she met Tiny in the 8th grade. Wow. Met Tiny in the 8th grade. Yep. Young black women being disrespected. This young lady that was from LA, she was in the Air Force. Man, y'all, man. These people are sick, man. They are sick. I have daughters, man, and I can't imagine one of them coming home telling me something like this. I can't imagine. It would destroy me like they destroyed these young black women, little girls. And these are the people that we look up to. These are the people that get on TV and play like they're for your people. But behind closed doors, these are the things that they're doing. You know, Satan. Satan, Satan, Satan. And y'all got to read this, man. And Tramika Williams. T.I. and a group of his associates kicked her front door, put guns to her son. Oh, man, I forgot. I got to read this one for y'all right here. T.I. and a group of his associates kicked in her front door, put guns to her son's head, 8-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and made them go to the closet. They then beat up her ex-husband at the time and kidnapped him. It was 3 p.m. They called the police, and the Atlanta PD came, investigated, and did nothing after. Aftermath. They have lived in fear of being killed ever since. So this clown kicking in doors, putting guns to 8-year-old, 6-year-old, and 4-year-old head. Man, y'all, come on, man. Come on, man. Who does that? Putting guns to an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old head. Family, we got to do better, family. We got to do better. We got to get these clowns out of our community. Out of our community. All of them. The murderers, the robbers, the rapers, the thieves, they got to go. They got to go. We have to start anew, and they can't be a part of what we're doing. We don't have time nor the energy for these type people at all. It's time for us to rebuild a black family the right way, with morals, standards, and goals set to rebuild this earth the way God planned for it to be, by nature, one with nature, working together in unison. And we have to purge all the parasites and the demons before we can start. But it starts at home. We got to clean our house first before we clean anybody else's house. Because you can't go trying to clean out another house and you got something dirty in yours. That dirty in yours is going to come back to haunt you. So what I'm saying is all of these parasites and these enemies of the people, they got to go. Peace, family. I'm going to be bringing y'all these truths. That hurt me right here. This one hurt me.